following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Glenn in Massachusetts. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
You know what is good for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 107, NASDAQ down 33, S&P's down 8. Gold contract up $9.60, trading at $1,410 an ounce. Silver up 62 cents at $33.49. Platinum down $5 at $1,785 an ounce. Copper off 3 pennies at $4.31 a pound. Light sweet crude up $3 at $98.43. Bonds up 5 ticks at 121. Dollar index down 39 ticks, trading out at 77.45. Euro 137.49. Yen 82.49. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We come down 8 points. You do 1.3 billion versus the 1.3 yesterday. You're only going into a billion shares down here. This S&P cash wants to get into this 1275. Right now we're at 1307. You go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Same setup in the Dow. You're down $1.07. That little baby, the top of the swing out there is 12,012. The bottom is 11,808. That's where we're heading. Composite, the NASDAQ composite. What we did with the composite out here, she gets hit hard again, down 33. Good expansion of volume, 2.5 billion versus 2.2. She's coming right into that swing point down there when we're talking going into the swing of the 28th. Which we're right next to it, really. That swing, the bottom of that swing, folks, is 2679.57. If you go over to the SPY, you look at the SPY, what you have with the SPY, she accelerates once again. You did 220 million. Yesterday we did 233, and that's after hitting a high with 130. You come in at the swing point, which has 295 at 127.51. And right now, we are at the 131, so she's just going to be making her way into the top of that swing, I suspect, tomorrow. The 4Qs, what we did with the 4Qs, she comes downtown, expansion of volume, 96 million in the 4Qs. That's going into the swing point. That swing point has 123 million. The bottom of that swing point is 55.47. We had made a high in the Qs with 44 million. With 53 million, you blow off that high with 92 and 96. So that swing point's going to be a big number out there. If we go take a look at Apple, what you have with Apple basically, has that island top up there at the 364. You're at 342 right now. Apple wants to make its way into the 326 area. After the close, PCLN. This has been up, down, and all over the place. PCLN closed at 425. It's been down as low as 396. It's at 421 right now. Numbers on PCLN go like this. Their estimate was 310. They come in with 340. That's so bottom line. They're looking for the first quarter. They're looking for 234 to 244. This thing is going to be up, down, all over the place, and it certainly has been. Right now it's at 425. So it's had a 25-point swing, actually a 30-point swing in the last 4 minutes. We take a look at some of the high-volume stocks out here. Let's take a look at them. We had Intel down 66. You had General Electric off 45. Hewitt-Packard absolutely got smoked. That was down 464 with volume. Ford Motor Company was down 37. If we go to Hewitt-Packard first, we take a look at Hewitt-Packard. What you have here, she gapped away this morning. Yesterday she was trading out there 48. Gaps down to 43.59 with 96 million shares. That's going to be a problem for Hewitt-Packard. Why? She was pushing into 62 million. Monster volume as she was pushing into those lower levels. We're going to take a look at good old Walmart. Walmart basically had the lowest sales. Walmart got back inside its lower trading range. Walmart now is going after this 52.95 area. It looks like Walmart wants to get into this 51.10 area. Now, the transportation average out here today, folks, absolutely got toasted. You talk about toasted. This little baby, the transportation average was trading at 5,300 on Friday rather. What does the baby do? She comes down off 5,300, 49.86, and excuse me, folks. If we go over to FedEx, we take a look at FedEx. Big numbers here. FedEx had made a high. It spiked over the high with 2.4 million versus the 2.4 million versus the actual breakout of 5.1. Then what does it do? Comes off that high with 3.8 million yesterday. Today, big numbers today. Comes down today with 6.9 million, breaking one swing point, going into the breakout area. But what it has done is this. It's coming into the breakout area from November 29th with accelerated volume. That's problematic. That says, bottom line, it wants to go lower. We go over to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. What you have with gold out here today, gold gets to a price point of $14.17. Right, trading at $14.10 right now. And, bottom line, what this baby's trying to do is get into the November, December, and January highs. See, the first high out here was $14.28, November 9th. Second one was out there December 7th. Third one out there was the January 3rd. Each one of those, folks, has some decent volume up there. Bottom line is that gold's going to lead a lot more than this. What we did yesterday was 222,000. Today you did 136,000, and you're right at it right now. The 14.1150 was the high of yesterday, and right now you're at 14.11. If we go look at the GLD and we take a look at the GLD, what we have with the GLD, she's going into the same areas, and you can see it's anemic. 15 million shares going into 39 million, going into 26 million, and going into 26 million. So she also is going to need a lot more juice to get up and over those levels. We take a look at Big Blue. What's happening with Big Blue out here? Big Blue down $1.77 today at $1.60. And Big Blue's on its way into this 156 area. We'll see how she shakes and bakes at the 160, 156 area. Here she is. We go take a look at Cisco, a little blast from the past. And Cisco, what Cisco did out here today, she broke under the lows out there, which was the 1874. That's the big number. Now, Cisco, the volume was lightening up a bit, but bottom line, Cisco's got some big problems. It looks to me like Cisco's going to make her way all the way down into this $13, $14 area. You talk about some problems out there. Holy cow. Target. Target came off a high, folks, of $60. It's at $50 right now, basically breaking lows, going after the lows, going after the 49.37. Let's go now, folks. Let's go over live to the Chicago Merc to our man, Mr. Ed Young at MF Global. You want to get involved in financial futures, the commodity market, the Forex market, you can give out a call at 888-369-0670. And don't forget, folks, right here, tomorrow, live from the Chicago Merc, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Ed has his own program. You can call in. You can talk to him. Ed Young, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Going great. You having a good day out there?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm sending my shoes out to get resoled and making sure the bicycle tires are all good and treaded.
Oh, yeah?
The gas is going up so fast, they said forget about the ladder. They're putting elevators up there.
I love it. I love it. So what he's talking about, folks, you get unleaded gas. Now, this is wholesale, folks, so you better hold on. Unleaded is $287.85 right now, which is a big number, no doubt.
It's only jumping today, 13 cents a gallon.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I filled my car this morning.
Oh no, it's absolutely. And the chart that's the most interesting to me today, and it was something I was talking about to you yesterday, and that's the corn market. I mean, that is a bona fide market where the price needs to go higher to ration the demand. And when I look at that chart today and that reversal off of the bottom, we'll see. But with the volume there, there's some follow-through through that. Boy, that was a tremendous buying opportunity because, in theory, Tom, I'll reiterate this again, the carryover in corn, that's the amount of last year's crop that is going to be left before we can start harvesting any of this year's crop, which isn't even in the ground yet. That's called carryover. At the rate that it's going out, if prices don't go significantly higher to crush the demand, we're going to be down to a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks of supply, and that's way too tight. So the price needs to go a lot higher to ration, and that's why I was so surprised that corn could bust so hard off the highs, but it definitely came back on some high volume today.
Yes, and I guess it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. But that's the bottom line. I mean,
well, the other grains, they, even though they came back, and I know that's not the way you trade, but the 20-period moving average had already turned down, and they're under them. So that's kind of just a retracement of the move. But the corn, I think, is a slightly different situation. That is a bona fide shortage, and needs to go markedly higher. I mean, lower prices won't cure it.
And, so let's see. I mean, I guess the icon in this country there doesn't even come into August, though, right?
That's right, as far as harvesting is concerned. Now, some of it, Tom, in the South can come in a little earlier, but your real corn production comes in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Nebraska, through there, and they're not going to be harvesting till September. That's absolutely true. But even given that, Tom, in the United States, again, I'm going to say, we have some problems. Like 10 years ago, we would have planted 1,500 varieties of corn across the United States. Now maybe it's 5. Farmers are supposed to set 10% of their crop aside as refuge for pests and disease so that they don't morph and overcome the genetic engineering in the corn. They're not doing that now. So there's still some dangers to the U.S. crop, but that's not where I see the problem is. I don't see Russian production coming back after the topsoil blew off. I don't see Australia coming back after floods washed off the topsoil. I don't see us turning this around, the food inflation picture anyways, in any big way with the next crop. However, Mother Nature and farmers are amazing, so we'll see.
Listen, folks, don't forget, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, you can call in, you can talk to him. And bottom line, folks, markets are open. It's a beautiful thing. Ed's phone number, folks, is 888-369-0670. Give him a call. Ed Young, you have a great night, safe night. Look for a show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom.
Come right back, folks.